Welcome back, everybody. Slab King Podcast. I'm your boy, I Will 3. Man, if you're liking the content, please give me a like and subscribe as we try to build this thing on up. Coming to you today, man, I got a little haul of some cars that I just picked up from off of eBay. Also, man, first thing I want to say is giving a shout out to Tom Brady, man. Finally kissed the game goodbye. Ride into the sunset. To me, I think he did it a year or so too late. But hey, it is what it is, man. You know, you got to give the dude his credit. The greatest of all time. 7 championships. 2 different teams went to, done it in each conference. His record speaks for itself. The GOAT, man, so I hope that he can find some peace in retirement. Hopefully get a chance to maybe go into the broadcast. I think those deals are still on the table with Fox or CBS, whoever one it was with. But I hope this ain't the last that we've seen of him. I think, he has such a vast knowledge of the game. Man, been playing for 20 years, man. I mean, there's not too many people who we can even think about who had a 20-year career in football. Probably the most dangerous sport on the face of the earth. And the man played 20 years and escaped pretty much, with his good health, So I wish him nothing but the best, man. Tom Brady, hate him or love him, the guy was a winner, So much love, respect to the GOAT. I know that now he's finally retired. His content, his memorabilia was always in demand. Now, there's going to be more demand. And, of course, if anybody could jump or skip the waiting time to get into the Hall of Fame, he would be that guy. Of course, he should be a first ballot, undisputed Hall of Famer, so there shouldn't be any question about that. But as for me, being kind of back in the game, I don't have much Tom Brady memorabilia. I do have a few cards. I think I did get sent out on one of my last, the last ones that I sent out to PSA, and I should be getting those back. I maybe got 3 or 4 cards. Nothing real special. Mostly I think it was, basic common cards, but they were early on in his career, first, 3, 4, 5 years in his career. So they may have some value. But anyway, going through eBay, man, it's really just just a big shopping spree. It's just a big candy store. You can find pretty much anything you're looking for and stuff that you're not looking for. So being that my mission here is to, find deals, slab them up, flip them, keep some for my personal collection, and put something out there to sell, I'm always looking for a deal, right? So originating out of Houston, Texas, man, I come up on the order. That was our franchise, I was a little kid when they had the Lovely Brew era. But, growing up, this guy was it for me. It was Warren Moon. Really the first prominent black quarterback to be really a regular starter in the league. I mean, you had Doug Williams who won the Super Bowl, but it was Moon who was really the first guy that, led a team. And, he really was a great quarterback, man. I hate that he had to start his career off in Canada, where he won 5 Grey Cups, which is the equivalent of winning the Super Bowl. And then, he came over as a unrestricted free agent to Houston. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was one of maybe the first one to have $1 million contract. So I picked this up, just happened to see it, and I'm still tripping on how the companies, like, this is Mosaic, like I say, this is a Man of the Year card. I'm like, man, they point out, the new rookies and then, the players of today. But real interesting how, they have the hell, I don't know what you call it. I mean, they have the rights to print players from the past, and you'll just see random players that they pick. Like I seen Mean Joe Green, which was the Oilers nemesis coming out the late '70s, early '80s. But I think it was a beautiful card. Got it for relatively cheap. It probably was $1 or so, but I like it. I'm going to add this to my collection. I think I'm going to, anytime I see, stuff from the Oilers, whoever they may randomly have in a new set, I will pick it up and add to my collection. So these are some that I saw that I'm probably going to flip. But being as though he's probably one of the better young cornerback. This is a Patrick Surtain Jr. or the second, and he's with the Broncos. And I saw these, and I just went ahead and picked up all three. I'm going to send them in and get them graded to PSA. It's a cool little look. I don't know what they call, what they kind of call this particular card, but I got three of them, and hopefully I can get some fairly decent grades on them. But this is a playoff hometown, or you gotta forgive me, but my eyes are bad as I'm getting older. But cool little card, like I say. Patrick Surtain II. I think that he's gonna hold down the backfield in Denver for a minute unless they trade him. This guy here, Justin Jefferson, again, one of the hot young stars. I think this may be his second year card. It's not his rookie card. But again, I was just kind of doing some bargain shopping, and I noticed, he did some, coming down the stretch and in the playoffs, he had some miraculous catches. I think he's going to be one of the top 5 wide receivers for the next, several years or so. As long as he stays healthy, man, he has a nice future ahead of him. So, Justin Jefferson, be on the lookout, picking that guy's stuff up. And last but not least, Jalen Hurts. Now, Jalen's a guy from my hometown area, which is in Houston. He grew up and went to school out in Channelview, and really proud of the guy. He showed me a lot, really, just being able to persevere, because he could have folded really in college. Like, you get not drafted, you go to Alabama, you had success, but then, critically in those playoff games or national championship, I can't remember which one it was. I remember that national championship, they ended up pulling him and put in Tua, and Tua, brought Alabama home. And, him knowing that when Saban made that move, that, his days were numbered as the starting quarterback, he transferred out and went to Oklahoma, and was much more successful in Oklahoma as far as being, a quarterback, having the passing numbers. Really, you're a quarterback in Alabama, Saban just really wants you, not to lose the game. He wants you to be a game manager, be efficient, but you're not really projected with, quarterback skills. But he could have folded, man, like really and truthfully, but he rose up like a phoenix, man, and got even better. Coming to the league first year or so, he didn't look NFL ready. The kind of the same things that crept up on him in Alabama were the same things that happened, while he, his first year or so. But man, he took that off season and put the work in, and you come back, man, your second, full year of starter, man, you're gonna talk some MVP. So it really shows me a lot about this guy's character, his heart, his want and will to win, to get better, his leadership. So, I'm really pulling for the guy. You know, two black quarterbacks for the first time to start and lead their team. You know what Mahomes gonna do? He was gritty and gutty in that AFC Championship game. So you already know his pedigree. It's gonna be a good game, man. I'm hoping that no injuries really affect the game. That both quarterbacks have a shot to play the full game, lead their teams, and we just have a good, entertaining game. A lot of times these games end up being lopsided because of, well, for whatever reason, either the offense just go crazy or the defense is super tight. So it's very seldom that we just get a good game. But I would love a good game and want to have some hilarious and entertaining halftime show and the commercials. So I don't know who you guys are rooting for. I think I am pulling for Hurts just a little bit more than Mahomes, but be glad whoever wins. Just want to be an entertaining game, man. And so we're getting ready to wind down this football season. But I found these few little gems and decided to pick them up. Again, man, we're the Slab Kings. I'm out with a 3. Again, hit that like button, subscribe. I think one of the next broadcasts I'm getting ready to set up is actually doing premiering one of the slabs, an actual vehicle car here in Houston. One of the real good friends of mine, a guy by the name of Tony Mack. He's actually an aspiring hip-hop artist, but he has a real nice slab, man, that I'm getting ready to interview and preview that, so be on the lookout. But until then, man, appreciate your time. Y'all have a great day, man, and keep collecting.